All right, welcome back to the channel. I want to go over markers and flags and a couple tricks you can do to work with them. Markers and flags is located in the center right above your timeline. And we have the flags here, which if you hover over it, the shortcut is G. And then your markers are right next to it. Shortcut for that is M. And then each one has a drop down where you could choose a color for your markers. And depending on where your cursor is, if it's sitting here and you just hit M, it'll insert a marker. And then if you're in a clip and you hit M, it'll put a marker on the clip. And conversely, you could hit Option if the clips are linked like you see with these little chain link logos here. Normally when you click on it, it chooses the audio and video, but if you needed to make a video only or an audio only marker, you could hit Option and click the one that you need and then hit M. And then you would get the marker in the video or marker in the audio. So you could do separate notes for each. And then another useful tool with markers is, so let's go ahead and put one here. You have one here and it says marker 1 and you get a timestamp. You can double click on them and you get this dialog box that pops up. And you can make some notes. You could tag a keyword. You could change the color of your marker and remove it if you needed to. Another great thing is while you're working through, you can hit Command M and you get the dialog box pops up right away. So you could name it. You could leave it marker 1 or you could say green screen, address, whatever you needed it to be. There we go. And now we have a marker that has a node on it up here with a name, and then you know where it is. And then a great thing is you can hit Shift up or down arrow. And let's say we put another marker on the sky clip here. So I'll say sky color. Now if we hit Shift up arrow, it takes us to our first marker. Shift down arrow takes us to our second. So we could have a whole timeline or edit full of markers. And instead of hitting up and down arrows and stopping at all the edit points, we could just hit Shift up and down and go straight to our markers. Now, if you choose your marker menu from the middle here and change your marker color, you can make a whole other set of markers with different colors on them. So let's say you're working with a content creator or a director, producer, whomever it might be, and they have their own set of notes. So your notes might be the blue markers. Theirs could be a yellow or whatever color. It says, there's a director note 1. We go to this shot. So on and so forth. Now, here's the other great thing about markers. Up here in the upper left, by your media pool and your effects, you have this tab called Index. And if you hit Index, this will show you all your cuts, audio and video, on your timeline. Then you have tracks, and there's some tricks you can do here like auto track selection and stuff like that, solo and muting on and off. But you also have this little markers tab right here. So now look, when we hit markers, we have our first marker. And now without being in the timeline, I could just hit down arrow and it'll go to every marker in the timeline along with the notes here. And then if you hit this 3-dot menu, you could say show only the yellow marks. So if you were working with that director, you could be like, hey, we went over this. Let's review those notes and see if those changes were made. And you're like, okay, your first note was right here. You could have updated it and put fixed or whatnot. And then they sign off, you sign off, go on to the next note. And then when you're all done, you can right click any of the markers and you could set an in and an out if it was a duration. So you could do an in marker and an out. You could split it. So if you needed to play around the various markers, you can add more markers. You can go next and previous, or you can go remove all markers, and that'll clean your timeline of all markers, and it removes it from the markers bin up here, and that's under this index menu. So that's just a few tips with markers. You can get into a little more with that in and out and things like that. Very handy tool, and that's pretty much what I wanted to show you, a couple different workflows where you could make separate notes with the markers. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next video.